Like we thought. They're all gone now.
Oh, all the little hat people are gone?
What's their problem anyway? Attacking us out of the blue like that?
I'm guessing they were created from Toshiro's memories of students who he inspired to rebel.
At first, seemed like they were divided between those who stood up to Nakabachi versus those who obeyed him. But really, both groups could be classified as people holding grudges against Toshiro-san.
Yeah, but isn't that their own fault for pushing Nakabachi into a corner? I mean, it's not like Toshiro was responsible for his breakdown.
In the end, maybe everyone was just looking for a scapegoat.
It seems like sometimes human beings can't help but to pin their problems on others. I won't say anyone in particular is to blame, but that was a rough ending for Toshiro, no doubt about it.
I hope he's all right. He hasn't said anything in a while now.
Ah, jeez. Fine, let me go give him a pep talk and a minute.
Ryuji, you should not be the one to have that combo.
Hold on, Ryuji.
She grabbed him by the neck.
One cup of Leblanc's finest. Your favorite, remember? Not that it compares to what he or the boss can whip up.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
Makoto's brutal. It's a fact.
Bitter.
Add some sugar then. Also, sorry for hitting you.
No, don't be. I deserved it. I'm a fully grown adult and I threw a childish tantrum. I'm sorry for the trouble.
Good to be self-aware.
Don't mention it. I only lent my assistance because Futaba told me she needed help making...
You've got some loose lips, Inari!
I want to apologize to all of you as well.
Before you do that, I think we need to apologize as well. After all, we're the ones who pushed you to go there in the first place.
About what happened to you in the past, I know it'd be unfair to say we know how you feel. But in the end, you were just pushing for what you believed was right, weren't you? No one could have predicted things would turn out the way they did.
Everyone makes mistakes, and we're certainly no exception. But we do make a point of not having regrets about the actions we take. Actually, maybe we're like Natsuhara, the girl from your past. We just don't want to see them as mistakes.
Yeah, I guess so. Not that we know if that's the right thing to do either.
Good to see Ryuji survived. If you give up, it's all over.
What on earth am I doing? I take a stand, I falter, then I get discouraged, and you all come to pick me back up. Only for me to falter again. I'm supposed to be a proper adult, but I keep getting stuck in this cycle. You know, it's actually kind of a relief finally seeing the truth.
Whether child or adult, there will always be setbacks and growth. There is no human who possesses a perfect heart.
People can't move forward if they don't put the past behind them.
Yes, exactly, Blur. If you give up now, you're pretty much as good as dead.
Well, I think I'll just take your word for it.
Also, we're kind of literally all trapped inside of his mind, his cognition right now, so we need him to get it together so we can leave.
So, what's the plan? We're fine with you sticking around the hideout if that's what you want.
No. Please, let me come with you. I'm not so bold as to claim I'll be able to handle anything that may come my way. But right now, I don't want to run. I need to stick it out if I want to be true to myself.
Roger that.
Okay, then it's full steam ahead.
Sakura-kun, you saved me from breaking my promise with my mother.
That's right. Thank you for slapping him in the face.
If I ever make a fool of myself again, feel free to knock some sense into me a second time.
He literally asked to be slapped again. I'm dead.
Oh, sure. Leave it to me. I'll make your head swell up like a takoyaki. A takoyaki?
Well, there you have it. It seems I'll be in your care a short while longer.
We'll do this together.
Yes, I look forward to it.
Now that that's settled, we need to go rescue Arena stat.
Morgana's right. It's also high time we settled things with whoever's pulling the strings around here.
That said, where do we begin our search? There isn't anyone left who could offer us a lead.
I keep scanning as far as I can reach, but I still haven't gotten any hits.
I have a hunch as to where he may be. This place is truly connected to events in my past. There's only one place left for us to go. Also, it may just be my gut feeling, but I can sense that Arena is there. I'll lead the way if you'd like.
Are we going to the
I'm very worried about her.
train
Let's depart the moment you're ready.
Where are we going? Okay, let's fuse personas again. Because I have an addiction.
Do you wish to perform a fusion now then?
Yes.
Make your
I do not
decision.
need this. I can't make that. What is it though? Oh, it looks like fun. Unparalleled strength increases knockback distance by 5 squares. Oh my gosh. That is unnecessary. Or we could get Yatagarasu. What am I using? Nagaraja? That's a maybe. I do like Yatagarasu. No. You could give me Chernabog. I don't really like the mushroom guy though. Greatly increases damage dealt when target is attacked from behind. That's so lame. Or we could get this freak. And take, what would I even want here? I guess I would take Hawkeye. Yeah, we can go ahead and fuse this. This is fine. Take Hawkeye.
Is this persona acceptable? Please
Yeah, it's fine.
wait just a moment.
Thank you. Okay, and then what was Yatagarasu? This? Go ahead and do this. Frey Dine. Ooh. I guess we take Freydine and Berserker. Hmm.
Is this persona acceptable? One moment, please.
It probably is supposed to. A lot of the personas are meant to either be or look like creatures from various mythologies and religions. It's a very fascinating game. Okay. I think that's all I want. We just need to re-equip Haru
Are you finished?
with
What would you like to do? Which persona will you choose?
take Scotty. Because I don't think I need Yatagarasu. I guess I could take Joker off of Parvati and put him on Yadagarasu. Yeah, I think I will.
What would you like to do? Which
Joker,
persona
you
will
take
you choose?
Yadagarasu.
What would you like to do? The awakening of a new.
And then I
Now
guess
then,
we might as well see if
make your
Parvati
decision.
can fuse with Kushinada, and it cannot. But I could get Thor. Callie, that's what my cat's named after. And it is, in fact, the goddess of darkness. That's cute. We're gonna need this, because my cat must be represented in this game. She looked at me when I said her name. She's like, I was sleeping, you peasant.
Are you finished?
You have 2 dogs? I've never actually had a
It's
dog.
all
I've only
right.
ever had cats.
I am certain you'll be able to resist the trappings of. Well then, have a pleasant day.
Are they big or are they small? We have so much to talk about. The realm beyond the doors, I guess. Before we go after Arena-chan, I am curious about one thing regarding Toshiro's time at school. Allow me to recap the events for us, Haru. With Nakabachi out of the picture, the students picked Toshiro as their scapegoat.
But
It seems that their resentment is what laid the groundwork for the kingdom we're in now. So, what I'd like to know is what happened to you after that, Toshiro-san? I just kept going to school, even after the incident. In a way, I felt it was a fitting punishment for me.
No way.
You really put yourself through that? You know that awful place we keep finding beyond the imposing doors? It's like how I saw the world after Aries' injury.
Damn.
You went through that all by yourself? Even after Nakabachi was punished, the discord showed no signs of dying down. Ah, small dogs. One of my best friends has a couple Pomeranians. They are very needy little beans. More and more people called for my head just when things had gotten so bad that I couldn't even walk to school anymore. I do not think I would willingly put myself through bullying like that. I was bullied in middle school, and then if I hadn't gone to art school, I would have been homeschooled. But it was fine. I went to art school. It all died out for good all of a sudden, as if it had never happened in the first place. I can guess who arranged that. It was my father. Yeah, that was my guess. He must have been concerned about the potential repercussions that my own issues could have had on his reputation. Supposedly, he used his political connections to silence my critics. Not that my father ever said a word to me about any of this, and I've never confirmed it myself. Talk about abuse of power. Are all politicians like that? But ultimately, that put an end to your misery at school, didn't it? No, just because people don't voice their bullying nonsense does not mean school is less of a torment, Makoto. You can still feel the separation. You have more art classes than other classes. I really enjoyed art school. I felt like my art high school was more difficult than college was for me in the end, but you know, it happens. It prepared me for life. However, from then on, I found that I couldn't stand up to my father about anything. The tiny sprout of defiance that Eri had helped to cultivate was nipped in the bud. Until you all opened my eyes, I was nothing more than a puppet being manipulated by my father. Your life is just starting.
Right.
Yes, thanks to the deal we've made, and also, I suspect Arena would box my ears if I lost my spine again. True that. Arena's like your own personal drill sergeant. No kidding, especially early on. Although, now that I think about it, maybe she was so hard on you at first because she always knew that you had it in you. It's not as if I ever enrolled in her training camp or anything. Aw, it's not like we didn't think you had it in you, though. I swear. Ryuji, you 100% doubted him. Yeah, I mean, with that big old forehead of yours, why are you calling him out on his head size? I thought you were a real smarty pants right away. Oh, me too. I also believed you were a smarty pants from the moment I laid eyes on you. Not the most convincing work, guys. Arena's not just irreplaceable to you, but to us too.
All right.
We need to rescue her ASAP, then bust our way out of here. Yes, I can tell we're closing in on the truth of the matter. I'll give it my all for her too. Let's see this through, Phantom Thieves. Yes, give me my GP. It is funny that Toshiro is so much older than the Phantom Thieves, and yet all of the Phantom Thieves are like his collective life coaches to encourage him to be a better person. It's kind of funny. LeBlanc is where the heart is. That is a fact.
Thanks.
Hey, Inari, thanks for the help with the coffee. Don't mention it. I studied Frey's use of the equipment, so it came easily. That being said, the flavor we got in our pour still falls far short of his work. No, not at all. It was quite delicious. It's been ages since I last had a cup of coffee here, so I enjoyed it very much.
Hey.
That reminds me, how long have you been going to LeBlanc? I think the first time was shortly after I became a Diet member. I noticed the shop when I happened to pass by. Then I stepped inside. When I stepped inside, I was greatly greeted by a gruff employee and the most wonderful smell of high-quality coffee. Are you insulting Sakura-san? Rude. That is like my adoptive father, sir. I will have none of this. I instantly took a liking to the place. From then on, I'd pop in whenever I needed some alone time. You're a regular? I wouldn't say I went enough to call myself a regular, just casually, whenever I could get away. I could never stay as long as I liked, but being there always put me at ease. Time almost seems to flow differently in LeBlanc, doesn't it? It's a place where you can get away from the hectic energy of the city and really focus on yourself, isn't it?
Totally.
Yeah, I totally get that. There's just something about the place that makes you comfortable enough to let your hair down. I always found myself thinking about Aerie whenever I went there. Oh. Left alone to stew with my thoughts, I'd head down a spiral of guilt all too often. You didn't keep in touch with her? We grew distant after she went to the hospital. Bro, you watched her get hit by a train and then got bullied yourself and then didn't keep up with your one actual friend? That's a choice, I guess. I thought of reaching out to her countless times, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. I mean, how could I, after ruining her future the way I did? But you were also her only friend. What? I don't know exactly what you're going through, but I went through something at least kinda similar myself recently.
I see.
That's an awful long time to bear that weight alone, ain't it? But that ends today. Now that I've made up my mind, I'm going to get the resolution I deserve. And the resolution Aerie deserves, hello? That's what I'm saying, Blur. He should have visited. They didn't have, like, cell phones back then, but, like, bro. Visit the girl. write her a letter or something. But you've got to come back to LeBlanc again when this is all over, promise? Plus, Frey's coffee even rivals Sojiro's. You have to try it for yourself.
Right.
Now that I look forward to. I'll be sure to set aside enough time for me to really savor it. But first, we still have to rescue Irina and get out of this place. Now that the monsters appeared and the kingdom's changed form, we have a chance of pulling that off. Let's get to it. So that's why Irina appears the same age she does in his flashbacks of Irina Natsuhara, because he never saw her after high school. So in his memory, she's still a high schooler like the rest of us. Things are coming together.